Fable 5 is so powerful, the only thing that can stop it is the US government. And in 3 days' time, it will be completely removed from the Claude app and only accessible via an API. And so in this video, we're going to go through the 5 use cases that you need to do right now so you can become insanely productive, make more money, and get light years ahead of everybody else. And if you're new, I'm Jack Roberts. I built and sold my Let's Tech startup with like a gazillion customers. Now I'm building my own AI startups, and I share here the stuff that actually works. So if you haven't already, grab that beautiful coffee and let's dive straight in. Now, before we ask Fable to build an even better Fable, there's something that you have to understand before any of this is going to make sense to you. And you're going to want to make sure you follow all these 5 levels in the video so people will get they're going to say, hey, why is this person so freaking productive? Here's the thing about Fable 5, again, is that every dollar you spend or every token that you use gets you more compared to Opus 4.8, GPT 5.5, and Gemini, all the models. In fact, it is the world's best model on the planet available right now, subject only to models that have not been released. And if you want to prove that, here's a graph that shows you. Crucially, you can get more per task. This green one right here is Opus 4.8. In other words, the low mode on Fable 5 is as good as extra high on Opus, and it costs way less. Almost, I'd say about 50, 60% less. That's how good this is. But then this brings us on to a very important point that if you don't understand, no Fable 5 video is going to make any difference for you. And this is the idea of a car and a driver. Now, if you think of the engine as the model, right? Fable 5 is the best engine we can possibly get our hands on right now. A bad driver, okay, with an amazing engine will be worse than a great driver and an okay engine. What do I mean by that? I mean, you can have the best. Think of a level 99 character in a video game with the worst possible player that doesn't understand the controls. The point here is that you also need to know how to use Fable 5 to get the most out of it. And I'm also going to show you how you do that in this video as we go through. It's an incredibly powerful model, but we have to use it correctly to reach those maximum levels of performance, which we'll cover. And we're going to do that by starting with level 1. Now, level 1 is going to be your life, essentially. Now, if you want to just go straight to the business and the cool things we can build, I'll timestamp it below. But life is the foundation, right? We're not just robots that build things in business. This is something that can genuinely improve every area of your life. And in fact, the stuff that I've used most has basically been life-related stuff with Fable 5. And this is called the Wheel of Life. It's broken down into 3 areas. It's health, which comprises of body, mind, and soul. It is your work, which is growth, money, and your mission. And then it's relationships, which is family, romance, and friends. And the idea of this is that you fill this out from a score of level 1 to level 10 about how happy are you with the amount of effort and energy that you're putting into it. In other words, how satisfied are you with that? Are you saving loads of money? That would be a 10. If you're not, that would be something slightly lower. Now, the first thing I want you to do is go ahead and grab this prompt here, which is a Wheel of Life, full life prompt review. And literally what you're going to do is copy this prompt, and I want you to throw this directly into Fable 5. And the best way to think about this is spokes on a wheel. You could be firing on all cylinders in work and relationships, but if your physical health and just your health in general isn't great, it's going to collapse. And then all you're going to do is literally come down here, grab this prompt like so. I'm going to go straight over to Fable 5, and Fable 5 will interview you and give you the most comprehensive breakdown that you've seen about your life. And if I come over to the Fable 5 usage guide, and there's just something I built together for my group just to help them understand how to use Fable 5, we can actually see down here, if we go to something like research, we want to be using Fable 5 high. So I'm going to come straight back over here. I'm going to make sure I've got Fable 5 set to the high setting because I do want it to do some research and be very intelligent with this sort of stuff. And then I'm going to come down, paste in a prompt, and then actually chat with Fable 5. And Fable 5 came straight off with a question, which is body. Question 1, walk me through yesterday physically, what time you woke up, how you felt waking, what you ate, what you trained, and when you actually fell asleep. Go through all the questions, and then you're going to have a comprehensive overview. I highly, highly recommend that you start with this one. And this takes us very importantly onto level 2, where we really start taking things up a notch. Now, here's the thing, is that Claude is the best design agent on the planet. And the best model of Claude is, of course, Fable 5. And you might be saying, Jack, is that the Fibonacci sequence I see on this parchment paper? And you'd be 100% correct. Yesterday, I did a full video on the 7 levels of websites. I'll put a link on screen if you want to go deep into this, but I have to show you this because this is really, really important. Now, look, this website here, for example, was built by Opus 4.8. Very cool, very decent. It's a great website. But when I built this, with Fable 5, and I actually took it to a completely new level. You can see, and by the way, the animation was just something that I made. You can use any animation you want to, but I want you to really pay close attention to it, of the small details that Fable 5 actually brings to the table. It added in this full interactive brief coming in, and it basically understood the purpose of what I wanted to do. It kind of articulated that. It built all these dynamics itself. And with design, a lot of it is less is more. And it understands that. I mean, just look how beautiful and easy this is. It picked up the detail in terms of the lines. I pretty much one-shot this. So not only was it better quality, it did it in one thing. So what we need to do here, and just look at this scrolling thing, it's actually crazy. Again, come down here, we've got the brief for design. This is the kind of stuff you see on premium websites, and there are full strategies on exactly how to do this. And Fable 5 crushed it with this. Another example of what it did is it built this website in one shot. Let me show you exactly what this looks like. I come in, I descend, I have this thing. I even have music. I'm just going to mute this. As you can see, I can scroll in. As I scroll in, I get new things. Now I'm in this section here. I can scroll in further, and look at this. I go in, and now I've got this ice cube. I can come back out. I can look at it. It is insane. It did this in one freaking prompt. Then I had this comparison here. This is 4.8. Okay, I scroll down. It's not a bad website. 4.8. It's not like, hey, 4.8, we don't care about you. 4.8 is great, but it's not on the level of Fable 5. Okay, it's not a bad website. This is a good website. Let me show you what Fable 5 did. I'm going to refresh this as well so you can see. First of all, this image is a category above this one. It's crazy. I'm going to come down. I had interactivity on that, which is fantastic. It understood what was going to sell it. This is a lot fresher and gorgeous. It's got better transitions. And look at this, guys. Look how naturally it bundled together the core of this website. The 8 cans, 12 cans, 24 cans. It is a premium design that I absolutely crushed. And if you're hearing this and thinking, Jack, this sounds great, but it sounds a lot like Vietnamese, I'm going to put down below a link for this full Claude Code masterclass. It will take you from a complete beginner to learning everything from building websites, all of my best systems, the power features, the memory system, Hermes agent, apps, building anything, even monetization, everything you need to know. It is the most comprehensive thing that I've built so far. And that includes the full Claude Code operating system. I'll put a link for you down below. Now, if you want to actually build it on websites, I'll put a link here that shows you the full breakdown of how you use Fable 5 to do that so you can get flying. But whether you have an existing website or you don't have one at all, now is the perfect time to go ahead, get Fable 5 to criticize it. Find out what's actually working in your niche and really level up the design. Fable 5 just has a beautiful eye for design, and it is unstoppable when it comes to website design. It's the best one that I've ever used. I am so impressed with this model. But it does so very nicely lead us on to the third level out of 5 with Fable 5 that we need to be doing right now, and that is the Agentic operating system. What do I mean when I say Agentic operating system? Effectively, it is the everything of AI. It brings your entire world into one location. And it's best explained by actually pulling this up and showing you what I mean. So if I come over here, for example, what we can understand is how much money are we spending on AI? How much money are we spending on Fable 5? Which, if you want to actually use Fable 5 after these 3 days, is going to be really important, right? Because they all have a certain amount of money that they cost, and Fable 5 is twice as expensive as 4.8. We can get full breakdowns of basically per model, Claude Code, Codex, anti-gravity, where we're spending it. And crucially, and this is one of the unfair advantages you can get, is Fable 5 can dream for you overnight. It can go through all of your history, every message you've had with Claude, every message you've had with Hermes agent, all of your skills, and actually dynamically find for you suggestions of how you can physically improve. If you're using something that should be a skill, it can go and find that skill. It can do internet research. It can find skills that are crushing it online and give you those dynamic bits of feedback. It shows you the sources. You can control goals. You can look at memory connected to Obsidian, understand data better. You can even go ahead and connect everything else. And this, for me, is where it goes from good to crazy. The fact that whether we're using any AI personal assistant, Hermes, OpenClaw, we can have all of that in one location. So we can do this with Hermes. We could, if we want to, have full conversations with basically Fable 5. We can do anything we want to. We can build out this sort of ministry of experts and have various different models and orchestrate them. So we could have Fable 5 at the top, and we could have all these different sub-agents. There's a million things we can do. The key, most important thing is that we have one location that basically masters everything that we're doing, all of our skills, creating new skills and managing all of our money. It has never been easier to actually build one dashboard, okay, that can actually bring you those insights. So Fable 5 makes building your own agentic operating system more accessible. And you can even improve this. I have it working in the background. I build on this every single day for my group. It is crazy. And I'm using Fable 5 all the time to find new ways to make it better and improve it. You need to be thinking about how you can build these agentic operating systems for your life. And that takes us very nicely onto level 4. And level 4 essentially is, now this is probably, I'd say, one of the more boring, but actually one of the more important systems that you can think about. Now, here's the thing. We can get Fable 5, and we need to be doing this right now, to go through and look at everything that you've built recently with the other models and give it a second pair of eyes. Go through and assess it for vulnerabilities and how it can be physically improved. And I actually didn't want to just say that it did better. I went ahead and I tested this. I gave it an example system, an example sort of GitHub repo. And I said, look, I want you, Opus 4.8, to go through and check it. And I gave the exact same prompt to Fable 5. Then I had a separate model analyze it and give me feedback on, I didn't know which model was which, to actually assess which one was better. Okay, and here are the results. So we have Model A and we have Model B. Which is which? Well, I'm going to tell you right now. A was Opus 4.8 and B was Fable 5. Opus 4.8 scored 80%, not bad. Fable 5 scored 90%. And what I did is I had them all go through, okay, and actually had these to cross. We had Claude, we had Codex, and Gemini doing it. AI assessed them for prioritization, coverage and depth, actionability, total. Unanimous. Fable 5 wins by a consistent 12-point margin. No grader ranked them the other way, and the gap barely moves across three different models. That's as absolutely solid as kind as a judgment gets. I'm even crossing it out. That's how kind of hyped up I am about this right now. But the bottom line here, the final read, stripped of anything cosmetic, B is the better review because it finds higher impact problems, triages them better, and diagnoses root causes deeper, confirmed by 3 independent models. But I also want to be fair about one really big caveat that we have with Fable 5, and it's a little bit of a shame, and that's the fact that they have put so many guardrails around Fable 5. It is more protected than, I don't know, like wrapping a baby in like a mile of like bubble wrap. If it even smells the word like prompt injection or anything that could potentially be used to like infiltrate the US government, it will just knock it down to Opus 4.8. It is so anti. It is like anything that it could even remotely be dangerous to US government, it just knocks it down a model. That's how powerful they think this model is. So when you do start to do like security threat analysis, do not be surprised when they knock it down. I think it's like the most annoying thing ever that this is the way that it is. But I just want to set expectations that that's one of the weaknesses. It's so powerful. But the cool thing is you do actually get a load of analysis before it does knock it down. So you can still get the outputs. It's just a little hack. It'll just stop itself in its tracks. What I found, guys, is just run it again and then just grab it and open a new window and then continue with Fable 5. And then the fifth thing that's really important, and I tell you the stuff that I am genuinely doing, okay? This is the biggest and best one in my view. Level 5, and if you crush this, it's good. It's about finding the bottleneck, okay? And we use the theory of constraint. So the idea with this is we think about in our business, our work, what is the biggest constraining factor? What is the one thing that if we were to fix it, in this case, it's the narrows, right? What is the one thing that if we fix this, everything else would be fine? The classic example is you and I run a Lamborghini production factory. We can do 100 bonnets, we can do 500 paint jobs, but we can only produce 1 engine a week. It doesn't matter how good we are at everything else. If we can only do 1 engine a week, we are limited. You can see, guys, even my agents are pulling up new designs in the background. The idea here is that we identify the biggest constraint with Fable 5 and we give it a prompt to work through that and build an action strategy. And so if you're not sure where to start with this, I'm going to put a link for this down below, which is the Theory of Constraints business review that's going to turn Fable 5 into your own personal business advisor. And it will go you through basically this entire pipeline, talking about attention, leads, conversion, delivery, retention, cash, hours, loads of stuff. It is super comprehensive. I've also got a list of why the prompt is built that way. Literally copy this, put it into Fable, and watch the magic. But there's one thing you have to do before you get started on these 5 things, and I really want to make sure that you understand this before you leave this video. And this is exactly how to use Fable 5 going forward. Now, What do I mean when I say that? The idea here is that you want to be using Fable 5 above Opus 4.8. You literally do, and you want to be doing that on low mode. So if I come back over here as a for instance, you can see, right, that Fable 5 on low mode is more powerful than high and essentially as strong as extra high for significantly cheaper. So this is the way that I would love you to use Fable 5 after I've done some research and I've used the hell out of this and how I'm going to be using it on the API once it disappears in 3 days. Remember, in 3 days' time, you can still access Fable 5, but it's going to be via the API. So you're going to have to pay essentially $2 as opposed to $1 for 4.8. So it's super important that you understand that. Now, 5 quick hacks for you, okay? Run everything on low. That's the first thing you need to be doing is run everything on Fable 5 on low, okay? Because it beats Opus 4.8 high until it comes back. Beautiful. Number 2, you want to tag rivals in for big reviews. So if you're doing any code-based stuff or building out websites, you're trying to find vulnerabilities, ask it to adversarially verify it with the best ChatGPT model, which you can do with your ChatGPT subscription for $20. It's crazy. And bring in Gemini, bring in anti-gravity harness in there as well, because different models will find different things. Super important. Number 1, whenever you do anything big with Fable 5, if you're going to, for example, you're asking for life strategy stuff, you want to do that on high or max, first of all, to do the big brain strategy thing. I want you to think about it as Einstein, okay? You can run Einstein for £1,000 an hour. If you and I were renting Albert Einstein, we say, well, dude, when you're in here, let's think of our biggest problems. Then when we understand it, we can start tagging in the lower models after the fact. So always start with Fable 5, first of all, to give you the initial website design, to give you the initial strategy. Then we bring in the Opus 4.8s and the models that are eating crowns in the corner, but only after we've done the initial strategic review. Second of all, fourthly, you want to be looking at your context window. This will help you get so much more out of it because you can run up to 1 million tokens. What I want you to do is as soon as you finish a task, either basically compact the conversation if it's another branch of that, or open up a brand new window. You can do that in Claude by literally just doing /compact and it'll compact the conversation. Your token cost matters here. And finally, you want to fan out with sub-agents. Parallel work goes to sub-agents. They can inherit the model and the effort. So you want to set that dial before you actually spawn it. Said another way, take this as a bit of a cheat sheet. Low is going to be your default for chats, for docs, drafts. It already beats Opus. Use medium for volume work. So build synthesis, analysis beats Opus on max 2. Use high for your hard problems. XI is big autonomous runs, and max is one-way doors. Architecture and plans that you cannot redo. That's when we bring in the max level. So for example, if I was building a website, I might use Fable 5 for the first 20% on high, then I'll switch out to Opus 4.8, and then maybe bring in Codex after the fact. Now, leveraging this incredible model is one thing, but there's a big problem, and that's the fact that if we don't have the right systems around it, the correct operating systems around it, we're not going to be able to get the best value out of it, which is why the next thing that we need to do is learn how to build one of these agentic operating systems and understand how they work, which we're going to cover in this video right here.